Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
Holy moly, it's Dracula! When we play that video on the beginning with that new music, I feel like I need to see a guy in a rubber suit walk around, big rubber alien suit, walking around the corner like this. It's so perfect. What's happening, guys? Welcome to another episode of Indie Invasion Shorts. This is a Halloween special because, well, it's almost Halloween, just a couple more days. If you have kids, you probably know exactly how many days it is to Halloween, because I do. Because
you get candy, right?
Right. They're like, Dad, it's only 3 days till Halloween. I'm like, I know when Sunday is.
So you got your tennis shoes ready?
Yeah, that's right. Got your tennis shoes ready. No, man, we go in the Jeep and they hang on the sides. They hold the handles, and they just ride on the sides, and we go through the neighborhood. So Tyler said the music is scaring him. It's okay. We turned the lights on now. It's okay. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Turn the lights on. I turned off my thunderstorm.
But you do have those scary zombies in the back.
That's Ma and Pa. They don't mean nothing.
They don't mean nothing.
It would
be really cool if, like, right at the end, somehow you had figured out how to animate them so that they attacked you right as we went off.
Oh, that would be creepy.
That would be really creepy. That would probably scare you a lot, Tyler, so we won't do that. But we might still do that and play the music all the time unless you find your socks. You can find your Indie Invasion socks. Spaz said, did you say they were Mon and Pock? As in Monpocalypse? Monster man. Apocalypse? That was good. That was a good one, Spaz. That was really good. And that's right. Clem says, right to the nonsense. Absolutely.
That's right. We're all nonsense.
This is really the only reason we do this, is to share our nonsense with you. And there's Alder. Hello, Alder. We have our coffee ready to go.
Yeah. I got the mega coffee today.
There you go. So, Alder, how's the future? How's tomorrow? Because we're still on today, so hopefully you're having a good tomorrow. What the heck are we talking about tonight on our Halloween special? Supposedly,
we got a couple things going on.
Okay.
Yes. Right. So tonight, what we're gonna do is pick 5 scary horror games, 5 each, that we would take to the Indie Invasion Resort Island that's being overrun by zombies. So of course you're gonna be stuck inside. What 5 games do you want to take to bring with you that are themed for our spooky holiday coming up?
Listen, I just can't get past this Indie Invasion Resort Island thing. I don't care what it's infested with. There's an Indie Invasion Resort Island? Man, sign me up, dude. Come on. I hope it's in the Caribbean somewhere, because I really like diving in the Caribbean.
I think there is a PlayStation Xbox game where I think it's Dead Island or something. I know Xander's played
I've seen that.
So that's what I'm thinking. That game looks fun. So we probably have fun.
And I figure with this crew that we have that normally watches us, we could probably clear the island. You know what I'm saying? We could probably clear the island and then get back to the seriousness of gaming.
That's why they don't scare me. They ain't nothing.
They're latex. One of them foot was stuck to his face when you pulled him out. So what's happening, Ron? Ron is joining us tonight. What's happening, buddy? How are you?
And also, Halloween special surprise, I got something for Mac that I'm going to be quizzing him throughout the night. And this is something that you guys watching and listening can participate. So I got some questions. They're Halloween themed. So we'll see how I'm going to test your knowledge of spookiness.
Oh, I did not study at all.
No, you don't need to study.
I didn't study. Tim's with us too. What's happening, Tim? I was in the newspaper in California, though, for my house for Halloween.
There you go.
I did make the newspaper.
So if you guys hear this, you know a question is coming up.
Oh.
So you don't know when it's coming. I'm just going to spring it on you.
All right. Do I need to go ahead and fix another cup of coffee or? I'm getting a little nervous here. It's
Getting
around
a little
Halloween.
nervous. Well, you know what?
I thought about wearing my costume, but my costume is a minion because my whole family's going as minions.
That would have been entertaining for everybody. That would have been
Well, I
really
already got
entertaining.
I just would have had to paint myself yellow. I mean, I got some yellow right here.
Paint.
Yeah, some.
Well, before we jump into it, how about I go ahead and start us off with a question. So you guys that are watching, listening, you can participate. I'll see you guys in the chat. Chime in with your answer. So first one, I was going to try and do a voice for you, but I didn't want to sound like, Arnold Schwarzenegger or something with my bad accent. So
I think you should do it anyway.
First question, or I could do it like this. First question, William. No, I can't do that because I probably wouldn't be able to keep that up for the whole show. So, question: what sort of mask does Michael Myers wear in the original Halloween?
William Shatner.
Well, let's see if anybody answers. But you are correct.
Oh, you can't beat me up to that one, man. It's a Star Trek mask. Come on.
Answer, because the studio had such a small budget for Halloween, they had to use the cheapest mask they could find. It was a $2 William Shatner mask, spray painted white that they found in the drugstore. So yes, you got the first one.
Nice.
Ding, ding, ding. You get 2 keys.
I get 2 keys?
Yeah, I'm going to give you guys keys to.
I
don't know, what did it be keys to? Keys to the hearse?
Sure.
It's Halloween.
Oh, look at this. Ron got his Indian Invasion t-shirt in the mail this past weekend.
Awesome.
Yes. Post that up on the Coastal Con and we'll share it over on Indian Invasion. That's awesome, man. Hope you enjoy it.
Man, everybody in the chat was all over it. Captain Kurt Shatner. So let's see. Ron got it. Tim agreed with you. Mike got it. Tyler got it. Looks like everybody got it.
Spaz wants the keys to Eric's heart.
Oh,
I think you already have those, Spaz, so I think you're good.
Especially if he starts wearing that mini skirt.
That's right. The Indian Invasion mini skirt. Alder says I could go as Gru. Absolutely. We thought about that, but I couldn't actually find a Gru costume. That was the I couldn't find one and get it here in time for Halloween. So
shall we jump into it? Do we want to start with our honorable mentions, or do we want to save that for the end?
Keys to Dracula. Yes, little Rob Zombie reference there. Okay, yes, we can start with whatever you want. Well, let's save the honorable mentions for the end.
So you kick it off. What's your first game that you're going to take to the zombie infested Indian Invasion resort?
Endure the Stars.
Okay,
because that's a scary game. That one. Interestingly, we had this discussion. We don't have very many skirmish games on this horror list. Maybe that's because skirmish games don't translate very well to that. Maybe that might be the reason.
Yeah, it's hard to emulate that, like what we talked about last week, kind of that dread and creepiness.
Yeah. And Endure the Stars really does that for me. Plus, it's a really easy dungeon crawl-esque kind of game. Okay. It's not overburdened with tokens and stuff. It kind of reminds me in the volume of tokens of early Space Hulk, where you didn't have too much, but you kind of had enough to kind of go just make the game a little easier. It does have several decks of cards, but it's really easy to play. My kids play it with me, and they're 8 to 28, and they all play it and can get the game. So that one's good. And it's pretty scary with the insanity stuff in it, and that the tension building for the horror they do a real good job with the tension building. So one more thing to get Spaz looking on eBay for a copy of it.
There you go, Spaz.
You're welcome. Then you can do a teaching with board games on Endure the Stars.
Yep.
I don't know what you're teaching. Maybe teaching them that they need therapy because they have these insanities they've picked up in the game. Oh, look at this. Okay, we got to get some props right here. Ron just won the Don't Look Back on the Black Site Studios Twitch channel. That's awesome, man. That is so cool. That's a good game. That's a good Halloween game.
We were just talking to, I think it was Big Mike. Maybe some other people were chiming in there on the Don't Look Back and the Discord today.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
So I guess my first one is a fairly recent one that we've discovered. It is a skirmish game, but it is Reign in Hell. I mean, demons in hell. You can't get any more Halloween horror-esque than that.
Yeah.
So that's a fairly new one. I like the background fluff they have of this game, but it's kind of one of those games you go and you beat on each other, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't
No
have
ranged combat.
Yeah, it doesn't have that tension scariness, but it's demons. You're playing with demons. You're trying to be the king demon in hell. So,
and I think we commented on this when we did the short about Rain in Hell. Was the other really nice thing about that is you can play 4 or 5 games in an evening because they're fast.
Yeah.
So it's fast playing, and you get to use just pretty much the grossest models you can think of.
Yeah, anything you have. I mean,
Yeah,
I used anything from board games to miniatures games to
I use some
miniatures.
D&D miniatures. I've got some of those from the WizKids stuff, some 40K demons, just whatever you have in your junk drawer is fodder for Rain in Hell.
And what I think my favorite part about the game is the campaign system, where you're basically leveling up your guys as you go, and they're getting, like, your leader can get new relics and some new powers, and guys, some of your little demons can level up to bigger demons, and it's scenario based too, which is
unless your leader dies in your second campaign game.
You're supposed to hold him back and have him yell at the other guys.
No, it didn't work out that way. But he took the other guy out too. So he took the other leader out. So it was mutually assured destruction.
All right. What do you got up for your second choice?
So my second choice, I haven't actually had a chance to play yet, but I've read through the rule book and I'm super excited to get it to the table. If I can convince my RPG group that they're allowed to play something else. So I've done a really good job of hooking them with the game that we're playing, that I'm not sure that I can get them out of it to play something else.
Yeah.
But Mothership, and it reminds me very much of Endure the Stars, but in an RPG setting. It, like we just talked about this one too. It covers that whole insanity, that tension building, and I really like that. Plus, the thing that Endure the Stars doesn't have that Mothership will is that storyteller element. Taking the time to create that terrifying encounter, that terrifying setting, that scenario that's so much easier to do in an RPG, to build that level of tension without really even saying anything to your players and just letting them create their own nastiness in their heads. So that's my second one. I really want to try that. And the Kickstarter is coming November 2nd, I think, is when the Kickstarter goes live. And I'm getting the Kickstarter because right now I only have the rule book, and that Kickstarter is going to have the rule book, every supplement that they've made, it's going to have everything, and it's going to be a box set. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up because I'm very intrigued as far as a sci-fi game goes for an RPG with that one.
I think they basically cleaned it up to make it look pretty and all that stuff. So we did post a link, I think, on our Facebook page, that if you click on the link, it goes to a page that's like sign up for a reminder type of thing for when it goes live.
Yep. For Tuesday night games, if you guys want to look at it and just check it out.
Yeah. Yep.
What's your next one there, Sir Dracula? Uh-oh. Oh, no, I'm getting kind of nervous.
Got another question.
Oh, dear.
So, question number 2. You guys ready out there listening?
Number 2. I'm going to give them time this time, even if I know the answer, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to give everybody an opportunity.
So, one particular serial killer inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, and Silence of the Lambs. Who was it? Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, while we're doing that, we had a couple while everybody's thinking. So Alder threw up number 1, Zombicide Black Plague, Zombicide Green Horde, Zombicide Undead or Alive, Zombicide Invader. So I'm getting the impression all of it would be playing Zombicide.
Alder, I can accommodate that. And Zombicide Second Edition.
Yeah,
and
the only thing I'm not going to be able to do is I did not get Green Horde, and not sure if I want to. You'll have to tell me whether or not the models justify it, because I can think of a lot of things I can use the models for. So,
Okay.
all right. So let's see. And then we got Spaz says, check out Lobotomy, the board game. I haven't heard of that, but
I got
will.
it, Spaz, and with the debacle of that Kickstarter, I didn't get everything.
All right. Oh,
So-
it was a debacle Kickstarter. Okay.
Mhm.
So Mike's got an RPG as Dread. I'm not familiar with that one either. I love getting in these conversations when you
Not
guys
Judge
are
Dredd, right,
participating.
Mike?
No,
I don't know.
No, that's
I doubt
spelled
it.
wrong for Judge Dredd.
Okay.
I love getting in these conversations because there's stuff out there that I don't know about, that I want to, I want to check out. And then let's see. Tyler said he hasn't played them, but Lobotomy, Rain in Hell, the others. I want to check out the others. Don't Look Back, Grave Robbers from Outer Space card
Now, that
game.
sounds
Okay.
like up my alley.
Okay. All right. So we have some answers over
Yeah,
here.
what's
and
your answer?
I didn't know this answer. So I'm gonna go with Ron's autocorrect, and I'm gonna say that Ron is gassy. Oh, but wait, that's not the answer. Ed Gein.
Yep. A couple of
okay.
them got it. Tim got it. Tyler got it. Ron did eventually get it. Mike got it. And yeah, that's actually not that. So this guy isn't too far from where I am. He's just up north across the border in Wisconsin.
See, yet another reason that you need to move. That's all I'm saying. Just another reason you need to move.
Yeah, I blame Midwest, I guess.
There you go. Ron also said, yeah, Black Site's getting ready to release Violent Dark, their space horror game, which looks super cool, and it's going to be a skirmish game. I suspect it'll run similar to Don't Look Back, mechanics wise. And I've said this before, while I don't own Don't Look Back yet, I've played it a few times with Alan from Discover Games, and it does a really good job, probably the best job I've ever seen of a skirmish game of building tension. So I suspect that they'll adopt some of those mechanics into it, because it just did such a good job of doing it. Spaz said Camp Grizzly too.
Got that one. That's a fun game. It's your basic kind of board game. It's not overly complicated. I think I got that because of Spaz.
Tim says, never any serial killers in the South. Now, not at the beach anyway. There's lots of them otherwise, but not at the beach. Everybody's too.
We get bored up here in the
sunburned.
winter, I guess.
That's what it is. Y'all get bored in the wintertime.
Okay, so I still got to do my second one. So my second one is a miniatures game, but it is Dracula's America.
Yes.
So this game, I love this game because not only is it Dracula, but just they combine gothic horror with Wild West.
Yeah.
That's like written for me. And I like this type of game. There's a couple games similar to this where you build your crew, and as you play, they level up, or they could die, they get injuries. They got a lot of these random charts that after the games you roll on to see what kind of injuries they took. Like if they actually get put down during the game,
right,
you roll up to see what exactly happens to them. So I've had characters where they were missing an arm, they had an eye patch, and eventually they do, bite the bullet, so to say.
You got to get rid of them. It's time to put that one out to pasture. Yeah, I have all the books for that too, and I really like Dracula's America. I also like the fact that they use the pulp style models.
Yeah,
I do like pulp style models. I love my realistic ones, or the hyper detailed, twisted, and ding ding ding, Drowned Earth, those models. But I like a good pulp figure too, man. Those are awesome.
Yeah.
So my number 3, because we ramble way too much, is, strangely enough, Don't Look Back.
Hey, that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough good things about it. You were saying that they changed the box set now and they took the cabin out, so they dropped the price of it.
Yeah, they lowered the price quite a bit by doing that, so it's a little more accessible, I think. And that I did say on Discord, that was one of the things holding me back. Is that it's like I didn't want that terrain because I got plenty of terrain that I can use.
Yeah, I agree. So I may even go ahead and pull the trigger on it now that they have that one as well. It's a really fun game. I really, really encourage you guys to check it out. especially Ron, since you just won your copy.
Yeah, add on to it.
Incidentally, did you win the copy with the cabin, or are you getting a copy without the cabin? Just curious about that one. Ron also mentioned Monster Slaughter as a good board game. I have that from Kickstarter as well, Ron, but I have not gotten it to the table yet. Big surprise there, right? Okay, he got it without the cabin.
Probably the newest one. Yeah, that's right. They started doing that, I think, way back when the game first came out. If you watch one of their live streams, sometimes they throw them out to people that are in the chat and stuff like that. It's really cool.
They're a great company. They're a great company. I have tons of stuff from them. Tons of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got next?
What do I got next? So I am on number 3. So my number 3 is an RPG, and I think I've mentioned this last week.
Yep.
I went and dove into the book a little more, so I think it kind of, reminded me of, this is a fun game.
Right.
So that is this one, End of the World Zombie Apocalypse. It's a RPG by Fantasy Flight Games. It was a whole series where they did apocalypse themed stuff like machines taking over the world, elder gods coming up, aliens invading. And this one, it's neat because there's like 4 different scenarios in it. Centered around zombies. You could have your slow moving zombies, your classics, or you could have your chemically, accident Return of the Living Dead zombies that are fast. And then, they just had some different versions of it. And this one, what's neat about this system is you're kind of creating yourself. There's not a whole lot of stats, but you're kind of making a character that's you in a way. You don't have to. And then you're basically playing in your area. Like, okay, you're sitting in your house playing board games. All of a sudden the zombie apocalypse starts happening. It's like, what are we going to do? We're going to go to the Walmart down the street and hold up. Yeah. So it's kind of neat. Kind of quick. It's not overly complicated for an RPG. It's just meant to be like a kind of like a what if type of thing. Yeah.
So, good one-off kind of game. One shot, when half your crew doesn't show up for a game or something like that.
Yeah.
So, all right, my next one, again, Don't Look Back is actually the only skirmish game I had on my list, surprisingly. And I'm a skirmish game junkie, too. But this one, I backed this one. I got this on Kickstarter a while back for one simple reason. The game is called Alone. And basically, you are this lone spaceman survivor on the board, and it's up to a 4-player game. It's cooperative, but one person plays the survivor and 3 people together play the bad guys all against the one person.
Wow. So it's one versus many, basically.
Yeah. And that's why it's called Alone.
Okay.
And it just, the concept of it was like, that's just kind of neat. And it's got the whole, the tiles, you flip them over, whether or not the lights flicker on and off, and monsters on the planet kind of thing. And so it's called Alone, and it's a really cool game. It's got some great models with it. It wasn't a Cool Mini or Not game, but that same type of plastic that kind of everybody's using now, a little bit bendy. Some of the bases you have to heat up because they look like this. But Alone, good game. Check it out.
All right.
Lots of tokens. So you would think Cool Mini or Not produced it because there's a lot of tokens. Oh no. Here comes another question.
Here comes another one, you guys.
Oh dear.
Okay. We're going to be talking about, so this one's kind of a 2-parter. You're going to get some keys based on how many you get right. So Night of the Living Dead is a zombie horror media franchise created by George Romero. I actually was lucky enough to meet him a couple of years. And the franchise, mainly it centers on different groups of people attempting to survive an outbreak and evolution of, the zombie apocalypse. So here's the question.
Ving Rhames.
Name as many movies in the series, and bonus points if you can get the year.
Oh, get the year. Man, you crazy, dude.
That's why it's bonus points.
Right? Okay, I'm going with Tyler's comment. Alone sounds like a great game. Sounds like it could be a fantastic video game. Yeah, it probably could. I'll tell you what, Tyler, come up and we'll try it. And then Eric, you come down and we'll try it.
Okay.
We'll all get together, and somebody will have to come that we can pick on and be the alone person. All right, so let's see. So the Romeros, you got Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
I said Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead, Day of the Dead.
Okay, you got that. I think you did say the second one.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yep. So they got 3 so far. Return is not one in his series.
Bob is dead. No, that's probably not it.
See, these last few will trick them up.
I don't know, man. I just watch movies. I don't know.
So there
wait. Mike's got something up here. Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead.
Nope.
Not Return.
No Return.
Living Dead is a different series. Walking Dead, Crawling Dead.
There's a lot of dead movies.
Shuffling Slowly Dead.
You got 3. Any guesses?
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty good. And the thing is, as soon as you give me the names, I'm going to go, because what I can do, which would be cheating, is right here behind me on this black shelf are all of those movies. I'm not going over there, but on this black shelf right here, that's where they all are right there. But I'm not going to go over there and cheat.
So I'm going to see if anybody's got some years. Well, Ron, I do believe. Yep, there it is. I see. Ron got the first one with the year.
He got the year.
He gets the bonus points.
Yeah, we're not going to give you a copy of Don't Look Back. However,
and then
you
Ron
did get a
got the other
T-shirt.
ones.
You did get a T-shirt.
Ron got the first 3 all right years. Man, he's all over those bonus
Ron,
points.
are you Googling? Are you Googling, Ron? I think you're Googling.
So here, I'll give you the rundown, because some of these last ones I was sure would trip some people up. So you got Night of the Living Dead, 1968.
Right.
Dawn of the Dead, 1978. That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
Day of the Dead in 85. And then here's where we get goofy. Land of the Dead in 2005.
Okay.
Diary of the Dead, 2007. That's another good one. And Survival of the Dead in 2009. Those are all written, and I think most of them directed by Romero. So those were all in his series. So
all right. Well, I'm going with the fact that I got the first question right. I'm sticking with that. All right. So what did you just did? All right. So what's your number 4?
So my number 4, I'm going towards board games a little bit. There's a lot of Halloween-esque horror-themed board games. And one of the ones I've liked playing for many years, especially with my son, is Zombies.
Yeah, I like that game too.
One of my favorite ones. Here, let me go grab the box that's behind me. They have been making so many versions of this game since when did this one come out?
1968.
This is 2001
All
is
right,
when this one came out. So it's been around for a while. Think they're up to maybe expansion. They numbered them like 15.
Right.
So
how many expansions do you have?
Well, let's put it this way. I put them all in a box. So I think I quit getting them about 11 or 12. And this board game is basically, it's your turn. You're drawing a tile. You're kind of making the map, the city, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
And then each tile has like a number of zombies you put on it. It's like a roll and move. You can get some equipment cards to maybe, mitigate rolls and stuff like that. But it's just, you're going around killing zombies. If you can kill 20, I think it was, you win, or you can try and escape. Like the last tile is a helicopter pad. If you can get there, you can escape. So it's kind of fun, just roll and move and kill zombies. And my son loved this game when he was little because it's simple.
I really liked it too. I've only played it a couple of times, but I really enjoyed the game. I enjoyed it so much. I may or may not be currently looking for it right now.
Man.
Oh, Mike got me good on that one. Betrayal at House on the Hill. That is a good game. I really like that one. I do. It's real simple, But I remember the first time I played it with my niece, and she was 13 years old at the time. We were playing at the house. We lived somewhere else, not where I'm currently living right now. And we lived on 5 acres in the middle of the woods. And when we finished the game, because I did all creepy voices for every one of the cards, and she was like, "Can you walk me home?" I said, "Absolutely. That was the best game ever because you want me to walk you home."
Now you should get the new version they have that's actually Scooby-Doo. There's a Scooby-Doo version of it.
I don't want to do Scooby-Doo.
Kids, but it'd be fun with the kids.
They might. My kids would kind of dig the scary one though.
Or you can get there's a legacy version of it. Me and Mary started playing that with some people at the local store, that you're playing somebody in the same family, but it ranges like 200 years, which was kind of fun.
Okay. All right. Sweet. All right. So my last one before we get to the honorable mentions, which we're going to have to blow through pretty quick, is World of Darkness, another RPG. And I kind of just lumped it all together because we ran a campaign for about 8 years when I was stationed in California, of mage, vampire, and werewolf, kind of just mashed them all together. And we started playing before they came out with the actual World of Darkness books, where they were trying to incorporate everything into each other instead of just having them be enemies. Well, I mean, they were still enemies, but you know what I mean. They were blending all the games together, and we played that for 8 years. And I was the storyteller all the time, and I loved building a horror story. Mm-hmm. I mean, talking about meter in the way that you speak, your timbre, everything about it, you could just build in. You just build into the game to the point where you have your players going, "What? What?" And when their eyes are real big, and then you slap the table or something like that, was great. So that's my last one's World of Darkness.
Okay. My last one, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right there. You just see the eyes. Is a classic. It's one of those first board games I played back in the 90s. And we featured this on our flashback, but it is Atmos Fear, the Harbingers. And what I like about this game is basically it's your roll and move. You're going around collecting things. So once you collect all the different colored keys, they have them, soul keys, you can go in the middle. I think it's a Well of Fears. Pull from it because everybody writes their greatest fear on a piece of paper, crumples it up, puts it in there. So you go to this well, and you're hopefully not drawing yours. If you don't, you win in the allotted time. So what makes this game stand out is it's in the 90s, there was quite a few of these, but they were your VHS eventually turned to DVD timer. You put on the video screen, and randomly this guy, the gatekeeper type of guy, would pop up and tell you to do something,
Nice.
Whether it was go back 3 spaces or, he'd tell you to do this or do that. So I had that random element. And a lot of times you get into that roll and move. It's like, okay, I got to go do this, do this. All of a sudden this guy's, boom, and he's telling you to do something. It generated that kind of that dread of, I got to hurry up. I got to hurry up before he comes on and tells me to do something, So that was one of my fun old games playing. And I know if you go on YouTube, you can find those videos still. If you manage to find a copy of this game, and admittedly, most of us don't have VHSs anymore or even DVD players nowadays. But that was a fun game. Many, many Saturday nights in college playing that with all my roommates and buddies coming over. We all pitched in for the game. Somehow I still have it, probably because I love the game, and that's
because you don't get rid of anything.
No, I don't. So that was my last one for our spooky Halloween games that we're going to take to the resort. But
oh no,
I got another one. That's a quick one. So question, in 1984, the sci-fi horror movie Chud, starring John Hurd and Daniel Stern. What does Chud stand for?
Oh my gosh, I didn't even
know that one, Mac?
No, I didn't.
It's a classic 80s horror movie.
I didn't even watch that one.
Oh man,
I know.
I
All
know
right,
these
guys,
guys listening are gonna get it.
Come on, crowd. You got to back me up on it. All right, Alder, we will catch you later, sir. Have a nice tomorrow.
Hey, yeah. I don't see anybody getting it, but the
Cannibal
answer,
humanoid underground dwellers.
there you go. We got it. Yeah, nuclear
Ron,
waste.
I think Ron's a Google master. I think Ron is a Google master.
Yeah,
Hey, look, Bob jumped in just in time to say to
and
win
he
a
got
key.
it too. But yeah, that was all the homeless people were being turned into these monsters from nuclear waste being dumped in the sewers. I mean, classic 80s nuclear waste caused all kinds of problems.
Toxic Avenger, baby.
There you go. That was a big one in the 80s. So, hey, we got honorable mentions. Let's run through these, Matt, because we're already going over.
All right, let's go. I'll blow through why don't you blow through yours real quick?
Okay, so mine, me and Mary like playing Fate of the Elder Gods. It's a board game where you're basically cultists trying to get your elder god to, you get elder symbols to bring him into the world. It's a fun hand management, dudes on a map type of game. Mansions of Madness, Fantasy Flight. I like the story element of this and how it can change from game to game. Mm-hmm. And then we got Alder's Zombicide. I like the original Zombicide in the city. And I got another board game / card game called The Bloody Inn, which has got a very macabre, theme to it. And then my last one for honorable mention is Vampire the Masquerade 2nd edition. So we're talking the gothic one from the 90s. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. What do you got, Mac?
All right. So for mine, I've got Twisted. Ding, 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 ding. Sorry you missed it, Alder. Sorry. Because, there's a serious horror element to Twisted, the whole concept of it. I also have Zombicide because I, too, love the 1st edition City Zombicide. I have most of my Invader stuff painted and really want to play, but haven't had a chance to yet. Heldorado, which is no longer in print, which is a really cool game. Very similar to Reign in Hell, except there's humans that are invading hell. So you got some humans fighting demons and stuff. Reign in Hell, because it's a good game. My new RPG, All Flesh Must Be Eaten. Looking forward to getting that one to the table. So those were my honorable mentions.
I almost put this one that Ron's talking about here on, wrong one. Horrified. So there's a new one coming out that has all the American cryptids. So you have Bigfoot and Chupacabra and Mothman. Nice. It's a fun family weight game that you can get at Target. I think it's like $30-$40. Not that expensive for a board game. And I like the puzzle type of solving thing they have for each monster. So that's a neat game. That's a fun game. I almost put that on my list.
Right. All right. So I got to throw this up there before we go out here, because Tyler said that he was going for Halloween as a one-legged man in a butt kicking contest. Now that may not be funny to some of you, but I don't think Tyler will mind me saying Tyler has one leg. So that's the best costume ever. But all I have to say, Tyler, is you better have at least one Indie Invasion sock with you when you do it. Because I think that the Halloween costume will be complete if you have your Indie Invasion sock on. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that part out there. Got to rep us on Halloween. So anyway, that's all we have for today, guys. I believe I'm taking us out this time, aren't I? All right. Yes. Tonight it was the fastest 38 minutes in gaming. So Clem/Todd, I'm sure you appreciated the extra 8 minutes. So there you go, your fastest 30 minutes in gaming. You can find us on our podcast on Podbean, iTunes, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, all those different places. Some of them we don't even know about that they have our podcast on there. So go check them out. If you don't follow us on Podbean, please go over there and do that. It helps us with something, I'm sure. I don't know what it does, but go follow us and you'll see new content. Also check out our Facebook page, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. You can always email us at indieinvasion@gmail.com if you have any questions or games that you know about. We would love to hear them. The Discord has got cool stuff going on in it. Pictures being posted, games being played. So go check that out. You will enjoy being in Discord, and we will enjoy having you. Also, you can find links to all of these different things over at the CoastalCon website. More news coming on that very soon. But you can find all the links. You can listen to the podcast right there and links to all of those other places. So go check out the CoastalCon website. Also, you can check us out on Patreon if you would like to support us. We sure wouldn't mind. And yeah, go check it out. Go check out Patreon. Uh-oh, that sounds like another question, man. Come on. Oh, you just wanted to push the button.
I wanted to push the button.
Finally, you can check us out on Redbubble. We got some cool t-shirts, coffee cups, socks, and all kinds of other stuff over there. Ron just got his Indie Invasion t-shirt. Want to see a picture?
Yeah, if you guys buy merchandise, share it on Discord and the Facebook. We'd love to see pictures of you guys wearing your merch.
Yeah, that would be so cool. But there's a lot of stuff over there. Spaz is waiting for the miniskirt to go up because he is going to buy one, wear it, and post a picture and tag us in it. So we're really excited about that. That's going to be super, super, super fun to see Spaz in an Indie Invasion miniskirt. All right, guys, if you celebrate Halloween and you're going out trick-or-treating, enjoy, have fun, be safe. I'm taking my kids out. We might take the yellow Jeep since we're all going to be minions, because that'll be funny to all be in the yellow Jeep and all be minions. But we're going to go trick-or-treating Sunday. We're going to have fun and get way too much candy and bounce off of the wall, because it's kind of what my kids do, and I don't mind at all. But until we see you guys next Thursday, prepare yourself for the invasion.